Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. My name is Magda and I'm a product expert in Foyr. In today's video, we are talking about how to create living rooms. L-shaped rooms can be quite challenging when it comes to planning the layout, but I will show you two different examples of layouts for an L-shaped room, and I will also explain what is my approach to L-shaped rooms, and I really hope you will find it useful. So this is our L-shaped living room. We have a pocket door on this wall here, and then we have two large windows on this wall, having a bit of space in between so we can use it when we will be planning the space. So my approach for the L-shaped rooms is to identify zones first. So for me, it's either two zones. So this will be my first zone, this space here, and then this will be my second zone, or do three zones. So it all depends what am I planning to do in the room, and also the most important is the size of the room. If the room is quite big, then I will try to do three zones. So then my three zones, this will remain my fourth zone, and then from this space I will create two separate zones. So first I will identify my zones, and then I will start planning my layouts. For this one here, I will identify two zones. So this will be my first zone, and then this bigger space will be my second zone. In the first zone, I will create a corner with a table where you can play games with your family or just sit and have a coffee, etc. So we will have a bookcase on one of the walls, and then we will have a smaller size table with 4 chairs. In this zone, we will have large corner sofa on one side, 2 armchairs, and a TV. I will start with this zone first. So I will put my bookcases on this side. Now I'm gonna place the table and some dining chairs. Now we will start with this zone here. Now we will add a TV unit to go in between our windows, big rug to join all the items together in this zone. Now we can add a coffee table and a side table. Now we will switch to 3D and we will see how everything looks from the inside. Now we can start changing textures and accessorizing, but our first layout is ready. So this is our first layout finished for the L-shaped living room. And as you can see, we have a table for games, for example, and then we have our lounge area here. So we have 2 different zones, and now we will go to 3D. By using similar colors and textures, we tied both zones together, but you can clearly see that we have a separate zone here and separate zone here. And this is how the space looks on the render. For the second layout, I've created 3 zones. The pocket door we have on this wall, and on this wall here we have 3 large windows. So this area, that's a reading nook. So we have bookcases all around with an armchair in the middle and a footstool in the middle. Then we have another area, and here that's the bar. And then we have a third area, which is a lounge area with the TV. Now, I will be designing maximalist living room. But before I will start, I will talk a bit of what maximalism is. Maximalism reflects more is more philosophy. It embraces rich textures, bold colors, layered patterns. Maximalist interiors are often quite eclectic. They celebrate individuality and allow the homeowner to express their personality. Maximalism is sometimes described as chaotic and messy, but I will show you how to use this style and not be overwhelmed by it. There's a new concept which is getting more and more popular, and that is neutral maximalism. It's for people that love to express their personality through interiors, but want to keep it in a neutral palette. In this video, I will mix the old style maximalist with the new concept, and I will try to create a beautiful and interesting space. I have the room ready. I have arched windows, doors on the other wall, and I've also added some moldings and applied black paint on my moldings and my skirting boards. The plan for this room is to add a fireplace on this wall with some cabinets on both sides. I will add multiple textures, but they will work nicely together, so they won't be too bold and they won't be very mismatched. And I will also add graphic wallpaper on the ceiling and on one of the walls to keep up with the maximalist style and to make the interior more dramatic. So I will start with the fireplace. Now we will add some simple storage units on both sides of the fireplace. I will add some black marble texture on the panel and some white and grey marble on the fireplace itself. Now on this wall, I will add wood texture. Now it's time for the wallpaper. I've uploaded some of my own textures, and now I will choose which wallpaper I want to use. I think I might go with this one. So it goes on the ceiling. And on this wall. Now for the remaining walls, I will apply different paint color that matches the rest of the interior. Now it's time to start adding furniture. I've chosen a few different styles, so this will be the sofa that I will use. I will also use this accent chair, and I will also use the lounge chair. Now I will start playing with different textures. Now I will add lights, some decorative pieces, and our living room will be ready. this is our room looks like when finished. I hope I was able to show you that to create maximalist room, we don't have to use bold colors and multiple textures. Instead, we can use muted tones and just add a pop of color for that extra individuality. Now I'm going to show you living room with a fireplace in the middle. So we have a good size room. I will switch to 3D mode so you can see it from the top. We have window in place. Now we will change the texture of the floor, and I will start with adding a trim on the ceiling so we can add some LED lights, and then we'll go with the paneling and I will guide you step by step. So first we will go to texture catalog and uploaded category, as I uploaded some textures. I will use this one on the floor, and I will use the same texture on my paneling on the walls, on all the walls around, for more unique and dramatic look. So now we'll go to the ceiling and I will create a trim around the ceiling with places where we can add LED lights. So for that, I will go with the Create New Product tool, rectangle, and I will trace over our ceiling. Now I will give it some depth. Now I will use the offset tool to create a trim. Now by using push and pull again, I will remove the middle part. Now on the sides, I will create a little step from the inside and also from the outside. So I will go with the line offset. And now with the push and pull, I will push this part a bit in. Now from the outside, I will do the same thing. And now I will push in the lower part. Now we need to repeat the step on all remaining sides. When we're done with all the sides, we can click on Done. And now we can apply the same texture as we have on the floor on our trim. Just leave the upper part because there we will apply a light material. Now in a texture catalog, we type in warm light and we can apply it on these parts here and also on the outside part. Now I'll create a paneling on the wall, so I will double click on the wall and again go with Create New Product tool. I will trace over the wall, give it some depth, and now by using the line offset, I will create panels. Now by using push and pull, I will push in the part in between the panels. Now we click on Done and we can move the same texture that we have on the floor and on the trim into our panels. Don't forget about the sides and the gap in between the panels. Now I will copy this paneling and move it into the opposite wall, and then I will create a smaller part of the paneling for both sides of the window. Now we will create the fireplace. For that, I will go to Catalog and I will use Ceiling Duct and Floor Duct Cylinder. We have solid floor duct cylinder for the fireplace base and the hollow cylinder for the ceiling. Now I will add a big rug and furniture, and then we can change some textures. Before we change some textures, I'm gonna add lights. Now I will use some of my uploaded textures. I've also added a texture to the ceiling, and I've changed the LED lights to more neutral color. And our unique interior is ready. Fireplace in the middle of a room, it's not something that we see quite often, especially when it has the same texture that we can see on the sofa and on the pedestal, together with dark wood, paneling, contemporary lighting, and beautiful plants. The space is elegant and unique. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check the link in the description for 40 days free trial of Foyr Neo. Thank you for watching and happy designing!